If you're looking for big, strong arms, you want big, strong arms, and you only want it to take like 30 minutes a day, once a week, along with the rest of the split, but you're in the right place. This is what I do. I'm 40 years old. I'm a former strongman competitor. Not that I was any good, but had a 315 incline bench the other day. Still got a 405 deadlift and a 315 squat. That's after 5 years of just working out in my basement in this setup. So if you're interested, I got a full split going on the channel. Arm days today. If you want to be strong, you want to be active, you want to be fit, you want to be useful, come on in, man. What's up? So today's arm day. The thing about your arms is 2/3 of your arm is tricep. And so we want to work the tricep first, and then we'll work the bicep. But I'll show you what I do. It's not that hard. I'm on my incline bench. Dumbbell. Put it all the way back. And if we go here, see we've stretched this tricep because it comes all the way back into this insert right here. And then we're just going to come straight up. Now normally you can do this with 2 arms, but I don't have a second dumbbell because, you know, reasons. I should probably work on that. This one's a 30-pound. We don't have a 5x5 today. This is just auxiliary work. This is the first set I've done. I've done no warm-up whatsoever. I'm just working, man. Do the other hand. This is generally our fastest day too. Also, you may have noticed this was neutral grip. We'll do our other grips with bands over there. I'll show you that too. There'll probably be quite a bit of camera moving. My tripod hasn't come yet, so we'll work on that later. I might reshoot a lot of these for that, or with that later. Quick break. And just like everything, we want control. We're not flailing. And we're only going to do a couple sets of everything because we're doing a decent bit of stuff today. Sometimes I start with this one first, but welcome to arm day. I gotta be kind of careful here because my duct work is up here. Anyway, hidden triceps first. This one works pretty good for me. Like it says, put my arm up, and then my arm back, and I'm kind of at my elbow, and then you come straight back. I don't know if you can see that back there. I'll turn this way, and now we're coming up. And sometimes I'll do this as well. It hits a different head on the tricep. Then we switch arms, elbow, down. I find this is useful for preventing like tennis elbow. It's not helping me lift anything, but it is helping my tendons lower the weight. Thing about arms, it's kind of a funny deal. Like, we humans, when we first see each other, we judge, right? Like, it's not a bad thing. It's a survival thing. We're trying to assess our situation to see where we're at. So we did shoulders yesterday, right? You get the muscle up here. Helps round out what the rest of this can look like. You start getting nice arms. People look at you different, but it's also functional. It's useful. Having big arms is really helpful. Anyway, enough blabbing. Next set. You can go heavier here. I don't like to because it kills my elbows. When I was training for stuff, it was different. I went pretty heavy because every inch of strength mattered in competition. It doesn't now. But you want big arms. You want big arms, you start with your triceps. 2/3 of your arm right there. You can get big biceps, and we'll talk about that today too. But that's the thing. That's kind of the whole deal, man. Like, if you want big arms, if you want big arms, you hit the triceps first, then the bicep. And if you want to look well-rounded, you got to make sure you're doing shoulder day too. We're going to talk about those first two things today. We did shoulders yesterday. Toward the end, we'll be doing biceps, but I'll show you something. It's kind of been like the life changer or game changer for me. I've talked about it before, but see if you remember. So that's all we need the bench for. Dumbbell again in a minute, but not yet. So we're just going to move it out of the way. There's some chalk too, my hands are kind of greasy. Got our band. So again, we want to stretch. This This is just an alternative. If you only have bands, you can lean forward and do the same thing. But what we're doing here, we just did neutral grips. Now we're gonna supinate. Actually, I'm sorry, pronate. Now we're gonna pronate. Here. And the idea is to keep your elbow in the same place. You should feel this. If you're not feeling this in your tricep, you're doing it wrong. Switch sides. Now, if you only have bands, you could do this whole thing right here. Start here, you stand there and go boom. Switch your hands here to pronate, and boom. Maybe you can come back behind you. And you can even supinate, put your hand underneath, come down. But that one's hard, it kind of hurts your wrist if you're not careful, so just be careful with that one. I'll move you guys up some. Any better? Yeah. Don't you fall? I'm going to do a variation. This one that we just talked about. Can we zoom that in? I don't know how to work a camera, so. Oh, can't zoom in right. All right, well. We tried. You get over here to the side, tuck the elbow so that you're kind of at your hip. And we're going to come all the way back as best we can. And what that'll do is just it fully extend or constricts, contracts the tricep. Over here. Same thing on the side. Rip my hair out. So there's a few things you can do too extra. We could do close grip bench. Close grip bench is pretty useful. I'm trying to save my wrists just because I did a lot of heavy lifting this week, heavier than usual. Just kind of get the channel going, all that. But now we're going to move on to biceps. So this might be counterintuitive to some, but if you can do pull-ups, start with chin-ups. I'm not going to do a lot, just enough to engage my biceps. Oh, need chalk. Now we're supinated. And we're not looking to pull with our back. We're just activating the bicep a bit. I don't do a lot of those because of the tendons. I like to save my tendons. I'm heavy, 250 pounds, but those are pretty useful. I do those now on back day, as you've hopefully seen. If you haven't seen that video, go watch back day. Show you how to get a pretty strong deadlift. I'm still currently at 405, which is probably not as high as it actually is, but that's all the weight I am. Anyway, you can incorporate these again on arm day, or let me show you the one that hits the bicep heads best. So, you got a movie again. See how that works. Yeah, that'll probably work. So most people will stand here and curl like this, and that's okay. You can kind of see it from the side. It works, whatever. Alternative, if we hang our arm, right, we brace with one, we hang the other, you can bring your arm up, and you hit just the bicep. So, we're here, boom. And now you have nothing impeding how well your arm, your bicep can go. I always switch sides. I'm kind of makeshifting things here just for the video. Take a little break. Turn this music goes. Terrible playlist today. I don't know what's going on. So. We're just going to be done with that. All right, next set. Again, this is just a 30. We can do more, but you don't have to. bench out of the way. We're actually almost done already. Pretty easy day. Alright, so we're on the side of my bench here, my rack rather. The whole idea here is to isolate, right? So we isolate the triceps. Now we're going to isolate the biceps. Again, we just did that. I do pretty much the same thing I just did. You can do a couple things. You go this way. That one's not very happy on your shoulders, so I don't recommend that one. I like to go like here, and then put the elbow kind of up, and then curl in. And we kind of get the same motion we got before, right, with what we just did with the hanging curls. But if you use your pinky, just this outside of your hand, as kind of like the pulling force, where it gets most of the pressure right here, you'll feel it more on this inside bicep head, a lot more than you do on that hanging curl. Hanging curl kind of hits the whole bicep, and this one does a lot better with the band. If you elbow up, put that on that outside pressure, and now you can start pulling and feeling it really good on this inner bicep head. Again, we're not going crazy. This is just a accessory day. I really only added this day into my routine because I don't like having 3 days off in the week. So this is my Friday in lifting terms. It's actually Wednesday. Gives me a reason to do something to move if I don't have anything else to do. If I'm gonna skip a day for a week for time reasons. Sump pump in the basement that floods sometimes. Anyway, if I'm gonna skip a day, I skip arm day because I'm probably gonna be doing something else. Either traveling or, well, I'm not traveling, I'm just driving to work, but you get what I mean. I'm gonna be on the road doing something, grocery shopping, something, whatever. We live an hour from everything. Or I gotta dig a hole or do some kind of manual labor, move hay, something. Set of this. Wait, what did you just say? Normally I would do this out of the rack, but you can do this again with a preacher curl bar. The big thing here, let me adjust you. The big thing here is that I don't like to be injured, so I'm not gonna be. I usually come right off my racks with this, but it doesn't really matter. So if you go wider on a bar to curl, you'll hit more inside. If you go narrower, you'll hit more outside. There's 2 heads. It's a bicep, bi for 2, right? 2 heads. Tricep, 3 heads, right? So I like to stay fairly neutral because it kills my wrists to go heavy or anything. I don't even go heavy on this. I find my knurling lines, put my thumb on it, stretch my thumb out. Now you see I'm roughly shoulder width apart. Give myself room, and I'm just going to curl up and squeeze. all we're doing here is isolation. You can do this stronger. I have done this stronger. I used to do a lot of these things a lot heavier. Again, I'm just maintaining now. You don't have to go crazy on your weights to go stronger. I've never been injured from lifting in 26 years. Knock on something. I'll knock on my stairs and make it wood. But the idea here is longevity, right? While also being useful, strong, functional, able to play with your kids, whatever. So don't go in here trying to kill yourself. Start where you're at. If you're a seasoned power lifter and all that stuff, and you're just looking for a way to maintain, this works. I've been doing this for the last 6 years, 2020. And it's 2026 now, so and I'm doing just fine. Yeah, I used to deadlift a lot more and bench more and squat more and all that, but like I don't need to squat 550 pounds anymore. My 315 is fine. I did 275 for 5 2 days ago. Like and I'm not even trying to push. That's just where I ended up on my sets. I might be able to do more. There's no need for me to do any more than that. 405 deadlift is actually more than I thought I could even do. This works really well for maintaining. It also works really well for getting stronger. I don't really talked about that a lot, but I'm also a high school teacher. Used to be a high school teacher now. A lot of my kids have gotten huge when they start lifting. My girls get real strong without looking jacked, by the way, ladies. Anyway, we got one more set on this barbell and then we're done. Little pro tip, you can slightly lean forward if you're doing curls. Just make sure your back stays straight. So you'll have to hip hinge out a little bit. And that kind of gives you a little bit more direct hit on the bicep heads. It's not 100% necessary or anything, but it's useful. Okay. That's it. That's the whole thing.